Hello guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I animated the Gorilla Tag FNAF animation. Just to be clear on this, I did not steal the animation. I stole the idea of the animation from the other creator. I even asked the creator if he wanted me to take it down, and he ghosted me. So if he wants me to take it down, all you gotta do is just text me. So in this part, I'm just fixing up the color codes and all the name tags, just to make sure the right characters are in there. Here I was also researching all the color codes for the ghosts so I could get all those color codes correctly. Also, I was figuring out where I could find the cosmetics that Lemming uses. I was having a lot of trouble with this because it was really hard to find the color codes of all the Gorilla Tag ghosts for some reason. And yeah, I was having a lot of trouble. So here I'm just trying to import the hat for Ekko. And here, as you can see, I got it imported and I'm putting it on the gorilla, parenting it to the head. And now I'm just checking if any of the ghosts needs other cosmetics. And none of them did, so I was just starting to work on Lemming. Here I was adding forest map into the scene and dragging everything over it. And then I realized that later you can see that it was the wrong forest map, so I had to switch it back to the normal one. I was really happy that it was already all dark for me because I really didn't want to have to do all that lighting and taking down all the sun and all that stuff. So here I was just checking the audio. I do not end up using this video as my reference. That was just to make sure all the ghosts are in the right positions and all the other stuff. So here I'm just making sure that that's Daisy09 and J3BU are all in the right spots, just so the animation part can be much easier for me. So I stopped recording for a little bit and then I joined back, and this is what I have so far. As you can see in the bottom left corner, my reference is different than Clear's. I did not steal his video or use his video as reference at all, which proves I did not copy his entire animation or steal it. Here I'm just fixing the FOV and some bugs. The camera was acting really weird, so I had to fix that. You can see that the arm's all messed up, so I gotta fix the position of him. When you're animating, you really need to replay it a lot just to make sure the movement's good and everything's really good for it. Here I'm just trying to copy the movement with the video reference. This is just the idle animation of Gregory in the video, where I just tried to make it as similar as possible, but I also changed it in my own way. I also tried to flip the pose. It was all messed up, so I stopped doing that and fixed it all up. Now here we're going to the first ghost, which is PBV. It's the same thing as Clear's, even though I took inspiration from him, but people keep saying that I stole his entire video. And then I could show you, but I have like 50 videos I had to take down of people just stealing the entire animation, which is a whole bunch of baloney. Yeah, it stinks. Here I'm playing it again because that's what you gotta do. Here I was trying to figure out the right interpolation mode to use for the ghosts. I've seen the interpolation mode I wanted to use before, which is bounce, which is what I finally figured out. But at this moment, I was just trying to figure out which one it was. Here, I don't even know what I was doing here. I was just moving around the mouse or something. I think I was thinking on what I wanted the animation to continue as. Here I finally started to continue the animation, where I finally started animating the first ghost, which is PBV. Crap. Here I'm just making him. I really wanted to exaggerate the poses with this character, which is why he looks like he's playing FNF. Here I was just trying out all the different interpolation modes I could use for him, trying to make the best looking like robotic thing without having to do too much work. When I landed on bounce, which isn't too robotic, but it isn't too normal. I really like the style, but some people wanted it to be smooth. Here, as you can see, I'm really exaggerating those poses, trying to make it look very cartoony or very like FNF-like. I don't know, I just felt like exaggerating the poses for it. Here I had this one part where he like grabs his hand in frustration or something, but I eventually switched it because it looks really, really bad. As you can see, right here is where the thing is messed up. I'm happy I changed that because if I didn't, it would be really, really bad. Most of you guys have been asking for the full video. I really don't want to do that because the next part literally has like 50 different characters, and I got really, really lazy and don't want to do that. But I will keep making content for you guys, just not that. As you can see I really didn't like the last pose of that. As you can see, that right there, it doesn't look right. Here I'm just switching all the frames to bounce. Just playing around with stuff. Here I was trying to like copy how the guy loses opacity, or like he goes away from the light in the reference footage. But I think I just made it worse, so I just ended up redoing it. As you can see, I'm trying a whole bunch of different things, trying to make it look good, but it ended up not working and I had to fix it up. Which is why in the final animation you can see that it just randomly tweaks out, which multiple people in the comments have pointed out. They found it really funny for some reason. I found it funny too, as making it. While making it. Here I was just trying to finish up the PVV part and trying to get into the Ekko part because by this point I spent like 2 hours on this animation. This animation actually took like around 5 to 6 hours. It was really long. Here I'm just fixing Ekko to make sure that he only shows up when he's supposed to. And now I'm putting him into his first pose. Ekko's part was really short, so I didn't really have to animate him much. even though I really like that part because I like how he's near the siren, and that's what the Gorilla Tag ghosts are like kind of about. Like, it all started with the siren and the ARG videos of Gorilla Tag. Here I'm just trying to make the turn of the thing to be quicker, like to look good. As you can see, I'm trying out the different interpolation modes. I was actually originally gonna do Ekko in smooth, but I just got lazy and eventually decided to put in bounce. Here I skipped a ton. I forgot to record for a while, but here I have like the faces done a little bit, and I'm just working on, I have like all the different ghosts there. I'm just working on all the faces for Lemming and all his expressions, trying to make it look as good as possible. I was also working on all the lyrics and the mouse moving for all the Gorilla Tag ghosts. See how I'm making sure that his mouth is all good. By the end of it, his mouth was all messed up at this one part right here. I have no idea how, I don't know why it messed up. I should have checked that before I rendered it, but I got lazy. Here I'm just scrubbing through the parts, trying to make the audio, the lip syncing look as good as possible. Here I was trying to make Daisy09 glitch out with his head, because I thought it would look cool. Here I'm just going through the whole thing, trying to make it look as good as possible. Here I'm fixing up all the mouths of the ghosts for when they sing it down. Now this is your problem. And no, now this is your fault. Or, no wait, it was everything is the problem. Sorry guys. Yeah, here I'm just doing the eye controls for all the Gorilla Tag ghosts. Fixing up PBV's thing. The eye was glitching out on Ekko, I don't know why, but I had to fix that. Here I'm trying to do the lighting and make the lighting look good. Trying to make sure that all the Gorilla Tag ghosts are lit correctly. Here I'm rewatching it over and over again to try to make sure the animation looks good for you guys. Trying to make sure I won't waste my time by rendering it. Here also all the rigs were bugging out for some reason, and it was like teleporting everywhere, and I had to fix all the keyframes and stuff. That guy would have been hidden there if I didn't switch it. Here I'm adding the camera shake just to make it look even better. Here I'm fixing up all the keyframes so they all go at the same time. And now I'm just watching it over and over again, making sure it looks really, really good. Here I'm doing a little more of fixing Lemming's eyes, making him scared. I don't know why, but it makes sense because he's getting jumped by like 50 ghosts. Yeah, I didn't see that part. I don't know why I messed that part up. Oh, I know. It was because he was supposed to get scared there. That's why his mouth was like that. Here I was trying to make it so you could actually see Statue because he was so dark that you could barely see him. Here I'm just setting up all the render settings, trying to make it look good, and that's where I start rendering. Unfortunately, here I did not record the rendering process because it was just so long. It took like 2 hours just to render. But anyway, here's the final animation.
long time ago, it was all for a show. Fill our wounds with a pound of salt. And your reason to justify scars you can't quantify. Lock us inside the mold. Now this is your fault. Everything is a problem.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. It was really fun to edit and animate. I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye bye.